We're all gonna die. Proposition 65. There's a butte. Passed in California in 1986. It was a law that basically said, here's a bunch of chemicals that do bad things, and we, the state of California, want to profit off of that. That's basically what the law said. It was a little more detailed than that, but you get my point. You've seen those stickers on, I've shown pictures of them on Instagram before. This facility or whatever contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer, birth defects, and other reproductive harm. It's a list of chemicals. Not even chemicals. Some of them are just things. It's a list of stuff that they've determined that are bad. I'm flirting with 4 of them right now. One of them's nicotine. One of them is tobacco, the physical touch of tobacco smoke, and secondhand tobacco smoke. All of those are on the list. Along with wood dust. What kind of wood dust? You know, the kind that occurs in the scraping of the inside of my corncob pipe? I don't know. Doesn't tell you what it is specifically. I know there are some woods out there that you have to be careful with, but not all of them. I don't suggest you go around cutting a line of wood dust and snorting it up your nose or anything. But if you do, you're going to have to put a sticker on the side of your house or you're going to get fined. What else is on that list? Aspirin. All kinds of naturally occurring things. Certain ferns, nuts, plants, roots. I was scrolling down through, I don't know, probably the first 10 chemicals I'd never heard of and had a hard time pronouncing. And 3 of the first 10 were chemicals that were used either directly or in the production of medicines used to fight cancer. So if that holds true throughout the list, there's probably 300 chemicals in there that are used directly to combat cancer, that may cause cancer. Mustard gas. Mustard gas. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have been in California recently. I've been here for 19 years. And as far as I know, I have never entered a restaurant or a place of business that was gassing people with mustard gas. So what's it all about? Last year, 2018, this is just, I haven't researched this very deeply at all, so, and I want to. I would love to put together some sort of a paper report on this, and probably someone has, and I hope I can find that. But last year alone, $51 million was paid out by some 30 plus states. It's not just California. It's because of California, but it's not just businesses within the state of California. Paid out over $50 million in settlements. That's just settlements. That's not where they fought and won or fought and lost and all the court costs and lawyer fees and all that. Of that $51 million, almost 80% of it went to lawyer fees and court costs. There were some instances, I went back and looked at several different years. 2010 was the earliest I could find. I'm sorry, 2000. Some instances where companies were fined $30,000, had to pay legal fees, court costs, and stuff on top of that. There were some instances where there was like $51,000 that these people had to pay out. For the sole reason that they didn't have a warning label on whatever it was. Some trucking company had to pay $30,000 because one of its trucks was found to be idling for too long a period of time. So that $51 million was just from last year, and that was just settlements, like I said. I haven't dug into it to see how many actual claims were filed that went through the court system and resulting in someone losing a court case and having to pay an enormous fine, more than likely. If you go down and look at those settlements, there's lists of them. There's lists of all this stuff online. You can find it. Something like 700 and something claims, I believe, that were filed by about 30 claimants. There's businesses out there, LLCs, that do nothing but file claims against Proposition 65 breakers. It's how they make their money. They go around finding people that don't have a sticker on their business, and they bilk them out of $50,000. Now, there's a national federal list of chemicals that are either banned or regulated or whatever. And they tell you things like, you can't use this because of this. You can use it in this particular situation. You can't use it here. You can't use it within a mile of this. You can't use it over the water table. It's very specific about why and how and when and where you can use or can't use these chemicals. California just puts it on a list. This one's known to cause problems. They don't say what the problems are. They don't say where, when, why, how you can or can't use it. They don't say anything about it. They just put it on the list. And since Prop 65 was initiated in '86, like I said, we're up to 846 things on that list. There have been about a dozen, maybe 20. I didn't count, that have been removed from that list that were deemed okay. It was terrible yesterday, but now it's okay. And I guarantee you people lost money off of those. Anyway, I was just complaining. What do you think about it? I'm going to keep reading into it because I find it incredibly interesting / frustrating. I'm a glutton for punishment. Really, I'm a glutton in general, but all right. Everybody go die. That's apparently what's happening to all of us anyway, because there's no way to avoid any of those chemicals. Well, there's no way to avoid all 846 of them. Enjoy your pipe. Ignore the hype.